For sure, we live, man.
We live, man. Welcome to the Critical Newz Podcast. You got your host G Man and Ill Will. We back up in there talking about some family issues and stuff. Just little cuz. So basically, Will wasn't around for a lot of time. He was in Atlanta. You know, and he missed out on a lot of stuff with the family and everything. On a lot of different events. A lot of times, he missed out on a lot. So basically, he got a couple questions about you know back in the days on how things used to be when we was growing up.
Yeah, first, I just want to know, like, cause you was younger and you one of the first grandkids, so from Granddad. So I want to know, like, and you was around for you was around when he was in his younger age. What kind of like what kind of personality did Granddad had? Did he have the same personality he had then? I mean, even like in his older days, or was he kind of? Of course, he had more energy. And like, what was
Mm-hmm.
Granny like? Because most of my memory of Granny, I have a few memories of her when she was able to talk, but most of my memories she was already not able to say anything and stuff like that. So I kind of don't have that many memories of her being active and being
Mm-hmm.
talkative and stuff like that.
Right. So really, I'm gonna say like he was pretty much Granddaddy was pretty much the same person, that
Yeah,
but he was younger and a lot more spunkier, moving around and
yeah,
stuff though. You know what I'm saying? But he was pretty much the same, and he was always hella cool. And everybody know Granddaddy did his thing. He moved around, and he had a lot going on when he was younger. But
yeah.
anybody that was around the house, they know Granddaddy always came back home every
Hmm.
night. You know what I'm saying? From my generation, I can't speak on back in the '60s and '70s and shit, but like in my generation, my granddaddy always he was at home every night. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
yeah, he was real cool. Like I mean, back then he was a lot more like meaner as far as like discipline. You know what I'm
Damn,
saying?
he was meaner.
Yeah. He was showing
Granddaddy didn't
back then.
play. I don't,
Back
I
then,
remember Granddaddy not playing, so I can only imagine.
back then he'd get on your ass, like you know what I'm saying, like
Yeah.
it was real. But like he got on my ass a lot. You know what I'm saying, like he definitely back then you got your ass whooped, you got disciplined. But it was cool though. You know what I'm saying, like I felt like he taught me a lot. You know what I'm saying, in the midst of it. Back then I wasn't feeling it, but now as I got older, shit was cool. It wasn't when I. And then like
Yeah.
as I got older, he became like the coolest grandfather that you ever want to know. Trust me.
Okay, for sure. And
Hmm.
what kind of personality did Granny have? Like, how was she?
Well, she had a real nice personality. Like anybody that know her back then, they'd know
Hmm.
like she was very, very sweet and giving, and she was very helpful. Like she helped out a lot of people in the family. Like it's so many people in the family that can say that our grandmother helped them out in
Hmm.
some way, form, or fashion. Cause that's just what kind of person she was. She was like a real good person, a God fearing person. She raised us in church. You
Hmm.
know what I'm
I
saying?
remember
Like
going to church.
she stayed in church every Sunday. She was very helpful with the church, real
Hmm.
active. But as far as her family, she was a real good person, and she looked out for everybody. She was a sweet person, and her cooking was the best ever. Everybody know that.
Yeah. Yeah. I hear about the cooking all the time.
Hmm.
Okay, so was they like the type to go out? Like, did they have like go out and was they in type of social clubs or anything like that?
Yeah, they had little random little social club. They had their little
Mm.
social clubs and stuff, and they did used to go out. They used to go
Mm.
out. They used to go out and turn up. You know what I'm saying? They used to have
Yeah.
fun back in the gap. They used to
Yeah.
be they used to be chilling, man. Trust me. They got pictures. We got pictures around where they was out having fun, drinking and stuff on the boat trips, and yeah, they used to enjoy life for sure.
Hmm. Okay. So was Granny still working when you was born, or was she retired
Yeah,
already?
she was still
Oh,
working, and she
okay.
I used to go to work with her sometime.
Oh,
So
where did she work at?
at Laguna Honda Hospital,
Hmm.
it was like a hospital for like a rehabilitation, like some
Oh,
people that like
okay.
people that wasn't walking or that was like older or had problems or
Got you.
whatever to kind of try to bring them back. But that's what she worked at. She gave a
Okay.
lot of her life to that job, and
Hmm.
she retired from there too, man. For real.
Okay. And Granddad worked at Greyhound, right?
Yeah, he worked at
Okay.
Greyhound. Yeah, he
Yeah.
retired from Greyhound.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah, for sure,
It's
man.
cool to know that they got up and went to work every day. Like
Yeah,
they was
yeah.
working grandparents.
They got up and got to a bag, man. They owned all their houses. Like the
Mm-hmm.
houses I know about, they owned them. They owned the
Okay.
house in Daly City, and
Mm-hmm.
then from there they had moved to 221 Brookdale, the house that me and you had went up to that day.
Yeah,
And
yeah, I
then
remember that one.
and then when they did sell that house, like in 2000, they bought the house in Stockton.
Right.
So yeah, for sure, man.
Right. Okay, so like when I was younger, I used to go to my cousin's house on like weekends and stuff like that. Thanksgiving. How was Thanksgiving like? Like how was the holidays? Was who like where was the spot at? Like was it Granny in them house? Was it other people's house? Was it y'all house? Like where was it?
Well, everybody already know Thanksgiving and Christmas and all the holidays. No, on 221 Brookdale,
Mm-hmm.
really wherever house we was at, but Granny house and our grandfather house, that was all. We was always the spot. Like we never
Mm-hmm.
went nowhere. Everybody came to us, and
Mm-hmm.
it was fun. We had the
Yeah.
time of our lives, and people would tell you, you know what I'm saying, about them Thanksgivings and Christmas because they
Mm-hmm.
unforgettable. People will never forget them days. Like
I remember a few.
yeah, we had the most food. I mean, like all the food, the best food ever. Like right there, right on 221
Okay.
Brookdale. So that's definitely where it was at. It was always right there, man. Every year.
Okay. So the history of us being in Sunnydale, like who moved? Of course, Granddad and Granny was right next door. But like, who was the first out of they kids to live in Sunnydale?
Well, my mama was the first one to move in Sunnydale. So
Mm-hmm.
so we the ones that stayed in Sunnydale over the years. I mean, my like your dad and Uncle Michael and Tony, they was like back and forth and everything.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Uncle Emmett, he was back and forth, and he was always in jail, so
Mm-hmm.
he didn't really have like a stable spot. But everybody back then in the '80s, everybody stayed with my mama. Everybody stayed at Renee house.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody know like it's damn near half the family stayed at Renee house at one point.
Okay.
So we was the first to stay in Sunnydale. We stayed there all throughout the '80s,
Okay.
and then Auntie Linda came to stay with us in like '88 over
Mm-hmm.
at my mama house, and then she ended up getting her own place like a year later in '89. So then
Okay.
the family, some of the other family came out there, like Kenya and Charlie moved out there for a little while, and Kenyatta. So they came out here from Banning, and then they was in Sunnydale at this point. So now they
Right.
stayed in Sunnydale throughout the '90s and so on, but we was there since the '70s, like really in the
Okay.
projects.
For sure.
Yeah,
That's a whole nother episode right there, man. Because we
yeah,
got
definitely.
real footage right there, man. See how close that house was from the Sunnydale projects.
Yeah, man, we got a lot of stories, man. Our family roots go deep right there in Sunnydale projects, man. Real deep.
Mm-hmm.
Like we didn't been through it all over there, man. And like Maisha, my little sister, was born up there in Sunnydale projects.
Mm-hmm.
Pooh was born in Sunnydale projects. So like the shit deep. You
Yeah.
know.
And speaking of that, like it's a lot of us. It's what we got over what almost 17 plus first cousins.
Hmm.
It's a lot of us. So like way more than that. So did y'all like see each other just on holidays, or would y'all see each other at each other's house every day? Because y'all living in the same neighborhood. Through what you said the '90s, right? So at
Right.
that point, not everybody, but it's a lot of y'all in one area. Was y'all going to the same schools, or like who did you go to school with? Did you go to school with any of the cousins or anybody like that?
Well, me and Kenya went to school together a couple times. Like, well, definitely
Mm,
at Burbank, we went to school together. And when I was staying out here in the city, other than like going to Banning, me and Ye never went to. Me and Charlie went to school together for a minute. We went to Burbank together. So
right, right.
Charlie he went to school out here for a little while. And
Okay.
who else? That's about all the family that I went to school. Well, me and Jamala went to school together. Katie daughter Jamala. We went to school together
Mm-hmm.
for a minute. And me and D-Ray would always bump into each other at school some kind of way.
Yeah.
But yeah. So we used to see each other like damn near every day, just around the
Okay.
neighborhood and stuff. We all in the same neighborhood, and everybody would just bump into each other at the store, or pull up to each other's house or something like that. So it was always, we always had like a pretty nice sized family in the projects.
Yeah. Yeah, because I used to always wish I could go to school with my cousins. You feel me?
Hmm.
Like that got to be lit. You feel me? Having
Right,
somebody I always went
right,
to school. It's just me. I ain't never went to school with no family members and shit. So that always was a dream of mine to be able to go to school with some cousins and stuff.
Right, for real.
Cause me and Lil Michael a couple months apart. I'm pretty sure if I would have been living in Sunnydale, I probably went to school with them. You feel me? So we the same exact age, both born in '92. We graduated the same year, so we would have went to school together.
Right. Yeah. Makes sense, man.
Yeah, cause I used to always wish. Yeah, we live on Facebook, man, on all digital platforms. I wish we had some family in here to ask us some questions, cause I know some people got some questions, man.
Right, definitely.
Okay, so like, what do you remember what kind of cars Granddaddy used to have? Like, cause I know he had them Cadillacs, man, when I came around. Yeah. So what kind of cars
He
he had back
actually
in the day?
he had a caddy back in the days too. He had a nice little Seville. But
Okay.
now, Granddad and Grandmama, they kept their cars. Like every few years, they would definitely go buy them a new car. You know what I'm saying? They came off the lot with something brand new. You know,
Got you.
for real. Hold on 1 second, Hold on. Let me see something.
We live. It's your boy Ill Will, aka Ill Wavy, aka King of Short Niggas. And it's another episode of the Critical Newz Podcast with G-Man and Ill Will and more. We chopping it up about the fam today. Think G looking for some footage for y'all.
Yeah. Hell yeah, man. Any other questions?
Let me see if I can think of something. Oh yeah, them picnics, man. How was the? Cause them legendary, like the Memorial Day with Granddad birthday and picnics. I'm pretty sure like it's a lot of them I missed, a lot of them I went to. So like, how was the picnics, man? You got some footage of them too. I seen some old back in the day. So like, how was them?
Man, hey, them picnics used to be crazy lit.
Yeah.
Like every year. This is like
everybody going, huh?
We everybody it was like a mandatory pull up. You had to go. You know what I'm saying? It was one of them things. And I do got some footage. On the next one I'm gonna pull up some footage and we're gonna play it while we talking and stuff, some different footage and shit, just to remind people how the shit used to be. But we gonna make sure we let everybody know ahead of time when we go live, and it's gonna be crazy.
For sure. Yeah, man. I used to remember. I remember one of them. We had the little race. And my brother asked Pooh, like, who you think the fastest? My brother Rail was like, I think Will. Pooh, like, I think it's Lil Michael. And then Lil Michael, like, all right, with Toya in it. Then now I want to get it. A couple more people get in it. Hey, put me on camera real quick, G. I want to let them folks know, like, who the fastest in the family. Hey, we race real quick, right? I ain't lose not one race. I ain't see nobody at all the whole time. After they said, get ready, said, go. I ain't see nobody because that mean I was in the front. You feel me? So anybody want to test that? We have another one. I'm still him. You feel me? Ain't nothing changed. I'm still the fastest. But I'm pretty sure it's been some ones that everybody else was racing. I ain't go to though. You feel me? But when it come to that, I'm gonna say I'm the fastest.
Okay, definitely, man. We might have a couple people that's gonna try to hold you to that. On the next picnic.
I ain't talking about nothing.
I'm finna do something big real soon, man. Definitely by this summer.
Yeah.
Thinking about doing a Memorial Day. Cause sure. I actually did that a couple years. So I took charge and did it real big.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking about doing that or either doing something in the summer for the family. But we're gonna hold you to that, man. See if you're still the fastest. See if you still got the title.
Hey, I'm just gonna. Hey, look. Even if I ain't that day, I was.
Right, for sure.
But nah, I still feel like I got it though.
Nah, but them picnics, them barbecues, man, was crazy, man. Like they used to be lit every year. Motherfuckers know, man.
Man, who the family barbecue? Like who get down on the grill? Who you say get down on the grill the most? Cause you've been around, you don't try some people food, man. Who get down?
Okay,
Would you say you?
I'm gonna say me.
Oh,
And
okay.
yeah, definitely. We got a few. We got Yayo, free Yayo. That nigga get down. That nigga can burn some
I
meat, man.
seen him. I seen him
He
on
get
the
down.
grill one of them picnics. He was
Yeah, he
up
get
there
down.
early.
Your dad get down because he had to. Your dad had to step up for Granddaddy when Granddaddy, you know what I'm saying, what was kind of tired or he was drunk. Your dad had to step up, so he had to
Okay.
keep. And Granddaddy didn't play that shit about burning the meat. Don't burn that damn meat, like for real. He'd get on your ass, like for real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I remember Granddad taught me how to cut grass. He got on my ass. He damn near cut it for me. He was standing over me the whole time. He was like, "Man,
Oh
cutting
yeah.
grass like cutting hair." He was like, "You
Right.
got to
Right.
make sure
Right.
you overlap it and you get it done."
Hmm.
I'll never forget that.
Nah. Yeah. Granddaddy didn't play that shit, man. He gonna tell you how to do it the right way. First
Granddad
time.
taught me a lot of stuff. He taught me how to cook. I was making some fries one day, and I was a little young, so I was putting a little seasoning in. It was still in the grease. He was like, You pull them out the grease, and while the grease still on them and they still hot, then you season them so it'll stick to the grease. So
Right.
every
Right.
time I'm cooking fries, I hear his voice. Like pull them out the grease and make sure you season them fresh out the grease so it'll stick.
Right. Right. Hell yeah.
Man, Granddad wasn't no joke.
For real, man.
I stayed with him for like 6 months. He got up early in the mornings. He wouldn't play no matter what even if he was up late night drinking, watching him some TV, he'd get up early the next morning, cook him some breakfast. But it was crazy. He would cook him breakfast. Not everybody. Like, so when you get down, it's smelling good. You go in the kitchen, there's nothing in there. It's just for him.
That's crazy. Yeah,
Granddad wasn't
yeah.
no joke.
I'm finna bring D-Ray in. Cause
Okay, for sure. Cause D-Ray got some stories too. Cause D-Ray was with Big Mom, D-Ray grandma. So I got some questions. Came in like critical.
Hey Ray.
Nothing but the ceiling, man. We just live and shit.
Yeah, I got him muted for right now. So yeah, man. Yeah, she used to be crazy, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Like,
Yeah, we gotta do another picnic, man. Cause I'm trying to really put my. I'm trying to like really mean what I say. You feel me? Like I'm the fact we gotta do another picnic.
yeah, you gonna have to like really you got to prove it, man. You
I
gotta prove
consider
it.
myself real athletic, man. So I consider myself one of the most athletic people in the family. You feel me? We
Okay,
got some
right.
athletic motherfuckers and shit. But I'm saying from our branch, you feel me? I consider myself one of the most athletic.
Yeah, I definitely consider myself one of the most
I put it
athletic. I
like
just
this:
fell back.
granddaddy, grandkids. I'm faster than all y'all. I'm looking
Okay,
dead in the camera. I ain't looking at me. I'm looking in the camera. I'm
right,
faster than y'all though.
right. Okay, for sure, man. We're gonna hold you to that.
Everybody ain't gonna even get in that race, but the ones that do, I'm gonna be in the front. I'm never gonna see him.
Right. You think he faster than Lil Mike, Big Daddy, and all
He
them?
was in the race. He was in that race. I know I'm faster than him. I don't
Nah,
even
yeah, for
think
sure.
I actually raced him, so I know I'm faster than him. If you got to name somebody that didn't get in the race, I'll probably be like, yeah, I think. But to know,
Right,
yeah, I know I'm faster than Nana. I'm faster than Toya. I'm faster than Michael. I'm faster than
right.
Lil Michael.
Ah, yeah. We got to see
I'm
this.
faster than my
Yeah.
brothers and sisters. I'm faster than their kids, my nieces and nephews.
Hey, Ray, turn it sideways.
I'm faster than D-Ray. D-Ray, you gotta go sideways. You gotta
I
go.
tell you what,
You gotta go flat screen.
fast at your age,
See, I don't believe that.
man, motherfucker was fast as me at my age. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah, we can hear you. You gotta wipe your screen, your camera though. The camera kind of smeared.
Ray, can you hear us?
All right, hold on. Shit still foggy, huh?
You good?
Yeah, you turn it. You gotta turn it sideways. He ain't really. Ray.
There you go.
Shit still foggy.
You ain't even wiping the camera.
Ray, turn it sideways. It's better sideways. Yeah, he can't hear me.
He don't want to turn it sideways.
Right.
You gotta get Dray in there, man. I got some questions for him.
Okay. See, and then like, definitely any questions about like Big Mama, you can ask me, but you can really ask Ray because he lived over there in Army Street with her.
Yeah.
Right,
It ain't every day you get to ask somebody about your great grandma. Like, you feel me? And they get to tell you about your great grandma. Cause I only got a couple of scenes with her and stuff like that. I remember her birthday at I don't know if it was at Hometown Buffet or that big one that she had. I remember that one, and she knew exactly who I was as soon as she seen me. Mm-hmm. Then I got a picture with her, of course, when I was a baby. She held me as a baby, but you know, I want to know some. I know she could cook. That's one thing I want to know. What was the food like?
Critical Talk 101.
Turn your camera.
Try it sideways, Ray.
There we go.
Yeah.
Critical Talk 101. Understand me?
You can hear us?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, for sure. We chopping it up about the family, man.
I'm the fastest.
Yeah, we gotta see at the next picnic. But I do got some questions about Big Mom though, like, cause you was around, and that's your grandma. So tell me something about Big Mom, man. I want to know. Give me a story. One of the stories you remember the most about her.
Shit. So many. Where do I start, man? You know, Big Mom, she always used to take care of me. That's like my second mama. You know. Mm-hmm. Can y'all see me?
Yeah, you a little blurry.
I don't know why, man.
Probably gotta turn your light down a little bit.
We live yet?
Yeah, we live.
Yeah, Big Mom legend, man. You understand me? She used to take care of me all the time. So many memories. That's my queen right there. Mm. You know, I get in trouble in elementary. I go to her. I tell the teachers to call Big Mom. Don't call my mom. Get my ass whooped. Shit. But yeah, so many stories. Oh my God. I don't know where to start, man. She stayed on the second floor in the big building and shit. And that was one of the scariest motherfucking buildings I ever been into.
Where at? You know, where was it at?
Pissy ass hallways it was on 26, between 26 and Army Street. You know, the biggest building, the big building, you know. Broken down elevators, pissy ass hallways, dope fiends in the hallways, all the lights not working on, you know, either floor. I had the best times of my life over there, you know, being a kid. Because at that age, it was just fun. After a while, motherfucker, I had to learn some responsibilities. That wasn't hella fun. Yeah, right. You telling these kids, y'all be trying to grow up too goddamn fast. Y'all better enjoy it.
Stay kids.
Yeah. Real.
So what was the food like? What was her like? What was the one thing you can remember her cooking the most that you was excited for when you knew she was cooking it?
Neck bones, black-eyed peas, cabbage, greens, all
everything.
The soul food. Everything. I can keep going, man. You know,
she got in.
Definitely, yeah. Man. Definitely. She introduced me to hog head cheese. I know everybody don't like hog head cheese.
Granddad used to eat that.
Try that shit. Yeah, the spicy kind though. Definitely the spicy kind.
Yeah. So where was her roots from? Like where was she born and raised?
Mississippi.
Mississippi
Man.
also.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken, it was Forest or Jackson, Mississippi.
Okay.
The same area. You know what I'm saying? That's how our grandparents
Basically.
met. Right in that area, man. Forest, Mississippi.
Okay.
She's from
For
out
sure.
there.
Straight up.
Yeah, all the roots
The
go. You know, like,
roots.
and it's a good thing that Ill Will, like so basically you cousin on both sides, on my grandmama and granddaddy side, to where he can kind of speak on whatever going on, like and then they are your roots. They are your roots to where you can ask about shit on your on your granddaddy side, or
Right.
your grandmama's side. And Ray Ray been in the family all his life, so when he was born, my grandparents had been they had kids already older than him. You know what I'm saying? So they had been together.
Okay, so Ray, what kind of how do you remember my granddad when you was a kid? Like I asked G this, but let me hear your perspective. Like my granny and my granddad, how do you remember them when y'all was younger though? When more young?
Demanded respect, and one of the realest, definitely real stern. You know what I'm saying? Laying down the law.
Gotcha.
I love Uncle, man. I stayed with him at one point in time.
Right.
Yeah, man. He was one of them ones, man, you didn't want to fuck with. I'm telling you.
Facts, man.
Shit.
Facts.
And
we don't really, man. Go ahead, cuz.
Yeah, I didn't realize, like, because I had older cousins and uncles and shit. But he was like one of the sternest ones, man. So imagine that. I thought my other uncles was shit. They was killers, but Uncle Dub, nigga, hell yeah. That was the one right there. Everybody else was scared of him.
He's the one, man, and he wasn't even the oldest, but he's the one.
Yeah, definitely.
One, man. Like for real.
Man, I used to fear him out of respect. It wasn't even like, cause he never whooped me. I never got in trouble. It was still like I nigga was nervous around my granddad for a while. Like nigga didn't want to say the wrong thing, didn't want to move the wrong way. Like I stayed with him. I used to walk on eggshells. Like shit.
Yeah, me too.
Stay in my room.
Me too, man.
Me too. Shit.
Until I got older,
That's
man.
right.
Hey, he came home one day. He was like, "You can't stay here no more. You gotta go. Go home." Like,
I think he told me the same thing one day. Shit, I think he told me the same thing.
But I don't think it was hard for anybody to really last too long staying with him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like if you stay with him, if you stayed with him like for a couple months, he really fucked with you.
Yeah, I stayed with him for 6.
Yeah,
I stayed with him for 6. Yeah, but I remember finding out that my baby mama was pregnant, and then when we left, she was 6 months pregnant. I found out, and when I was staying with him, and when we left, she was 6 months. I stayed with him for 6 months. He just got up and was like, "Hey, man, you gotta go."
Man, it's crazy.
Hey, but one thing I do like about my granddad though, he was very independent, even at an older age. Like you see some people like got to get helped around. They, when you go to the gas station, you can see they don't know how to work the card, stuff like that. He knew he was doing his own thing, man. He'll pull up on you.
Hell yeah,
right.
For real.
You might see him at the store on. I remember one day walking the Verizon store. He was in the Verizon store tripping about this bill or something. He was. I said, "What you doing here, Granddad?" He was like, "Hey, man, they got my bill fucked up."
For real.
He's going off.
Yeah. He don't bite his tongue for nobody either. Nobody.
Nah, he was
never
a real
did.
one.
Like
That's
granddaddy. My granddaddy reminded me of my auntie Kate. My auntie Kate reminded me of my granddaddy.
Yeah.
They don't bite their tongues for nobody.
Oh, she don't play.
Period.
Yeah.
And if you ever met him, you'll never forget him.
Hey, Katie, the auntie, if I say, "Hey, I'm gonna introduce you," I can't save you. Like it ain't nothing you can do.
Oh no, she
like, what can you say?
Yeah, I can't say that. That's my mama auntie. That's my dad auntie. Like you feel me? Like that's my great auntie. I can't do nothing.
She definitely gonna give you a piece of her mind.
Yeah,
sure.
And she gonna say what's on it too.
Oh hell yeah, she got that coming.
Yeah, ain't no rehearsing. Ain't no rehearsing.
I love my
You
auntie.
think my mama drink? You think my mama drink? My mama don't fucking drink. She just naturally, you know what I'm saying?
Naturally lit.
Yeah, hey, for real.
All the time.
But she always show me some love every time she see me. That's one thing I love. She love me.
It's all love, yeah. She fuck with her, she fuck with you.
So Will, what would you say your It's all good. So, Will, what would you say some of your earliest memories coming out of here? Spending time over at. I think I asked you this before on your part, but want to ask you again. What do you remember seeing? Your grandparents when you first moved out here. What's your memories you got on them?
I know I mean, before moving to Atlanta, I just could remember every birthday they supported me. Every like they would come. I might not have seen them throughout the year all the time, but then when I saw them, I would see them on a holiday. They came to every birthday party I had, like every single one. I even got footage of my first birthday. My granddad and granny was running around, like, so it's like they always supported me, and so even leaving and going to Atlanta, I kept Granddad's number, and so I always would call him and talk to him. And then coming back when I moved back, I ended up staying with him. But my memory from just being younger, I remember one Thanksgiving we was on Brookdale. I spilled the plate, and Granddad saw me. Like as soon as I spilled it, I looked up to see who saw, and me and Granddad locked eyes. And he was on his he was on his way, like he was finna get on my ass about the plate. And Granny, like out of nowhere, just came me like, "I got it, Dub. It's good." And she kind of picked up the plate, grabbed me, and took me to the kitchen and cleaned it up for me. And one thing I remember about her, she would always say, because I stayed with my auntie and my uncle, so she would always ask me, "Are you want to come back with Nene? You want to move back with Nene and Terry? Like, when that's one thing she will always ask me, like, when you gonna come back?" And then it turned to her asking me to her telling me, like, you know you moving back one day. Like, I know you moving back. She knew I wanted to come back, but yeah, that's one thing I remember about them. They always supported me. That's one thing they came through. I don't know how many miles they drove, but they made sure they always showed up to a birthday party though.
Right, for real. Yeah, hell yeah.
Mm-hmm. But Granddad finna get on my ass though. I'm glad Granny said she came out of nowhere. Like I got it, and he went about his business. Like he was finna get on my ass about that plate.
Jay, man.
Yeah, before you got on, Ray, I was telling Will about the picnics and barbecues, how they used to be lit for Memorial Day, and the family reunions back in the Gap, how she used to be. You know what I'm saying? Back then, she was like lit, crazy.
Yeah, there was some lovely times, man. I missed them goddamn times. We put up everywhere. Hayward, Livermore, Pleasanton, Stockton, Valley Atto. We used to have them functions, man. That's when family was, stuck together more than what the fuck they is now. Now everybody motherfucking pillow talking. You don't know who to trust, and but as being a grown ass individual, you don't worry about that shit because you got a family and other goddamn important responsibilities to think about.
Right. That's true. That's true.
I still got love for all my family. But shit, if you don't fuck with me, I don't fuck with you. I ain't gonna lose no goddamn sleep. That goes for any goddamn family member.
Right.
Shit, I love y'all, but I don't kiss no ass.
Sure. Yeah.
I got the Lewis side in me. I got the Smith side in me. My dad, he is Smith. That side come out of me sometimes too. But I got some real hitters and respectable family members on that side. My grandma Tommy, rest in peace. So many uncles and aunties. Love y'all. Love my cousins and all the shit on both sides, man. It's all love.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. So I love to the family, to all the real ones, that stay real throughout the years. You know what I'm talking about? Like, cause I know, like, my mama and my grandmama helped a lot of people out. Like, like a lot of people stayed at our spot. Our spot was the spot. There's a lot of motherfuckers out here on Facebook that can't sit up here and say that they ain't stayed at my mama's house or they ain't stayed at my grandmama's house. Pulled up, for Thanksgiving, Christmas, eating, for free. Everybody, it was too much food. It's good. When you ain't got to bring nothing. Just bring yourself. That's how we did it back then because back in my grandmama's house, back when we was doing the Thanksgivings and Christmas every single year, Easter dinners and stuff like, it wasn't about no pot, not like no potluck. Because we don't want everybody just trying to bring their pots of food and shit like that. Like, we don't know how everybody cook. We don't eat everybody cooking like that. Like we,
Your potluck mean everybody bring something.
No, we don't need that shit. You leave that shit at home. Leave that shit at home, gang. If you ain't certified in the kitchen, don't bring that shit. We don't need, you keep it at home. It's all right. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can eat that later. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know like you come to Murder's house, you know what I'm saying? It's straight. You know what I'm saying? The best cooking in the world up there. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna speak up for it if motherfuckers act like they forgot. Murder's Lewis cooked the best food in this family. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. You know what I'm saying? It's like we ain't doing no throwdown. I can do a throwdown in place of her. I get down. I cook too. I get down in the kitchen. But real talk though. Murder's Lewis forever, man. Like I got my, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, for real.
She used to keep them damn plastic covers on them couches, nigga.
Sure.
Nobody went fucking nothing up in there. No matter how it smelled with food, and there's food everywhere. I bet you that living room stayed like fucking immaculate and pristine condition, man. That was crazy to me, man. Mm-hmm. Like antiques everywhere, antique couches, nigga. Plastic on the couches, but it always smelled like food. It always smelled like food, man.
Yeah. Hey, so who used to get down on your side, D-Ray? Like, who was the cook?
On what side?
On your mom's side.
My mom's side? Well, sure.
Yeah, from your branch.
My mom, of course. I want to say,
yeah, because every time she posts a
my
picture,
side is at the dub side. My side is at the dub side.
Oh yeah, and I'm just saying, like from when you grew up and like you said, your mom, that was the answer right there. Because them plates she be posting on Facebook when she be cooking, oh my God, I'd be looking so good. You wish not be over there.
She get out. She still get out too whenever she feel like it. You know, old age catch up to you. You do what you can. But in her prime, man, she was,
That's one thing I do see. Cooking is in our blood. Like motherfuckers know how to cook.
Cause I know, my grandma Murder, she definitely passed it down to me. Passed that cooking down to my sister Maisha. Maisha get down in she get down in the kitchen for sure.
Yeah. Maisha get down.
And one of my sons, Jalil. I know one of Ye sons get down too. Keontae, he cook. He that boy get down.
Yeah,
man. That boy throw down.
He get down, huh?
Yeah. I had some of his food at the funeral.
Yeah, he cooked for the masses too. He cooked.
I see that's different when you can cook for multiple people instead of just cooking for your family, just for yourself. That's different.
Mm-hmm. For real.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Last Father's Day, my oldest son, Rayville came and cooked for me and shit for Father's Day.
That's what's up.
Okay.
It was popping, man. I like that.
What he cook?
He cooked some fucking steak. Pork steak, asparagus, mashed potatoes, and some more clam shit.
Shouts out Rayville, man.
He cooked, man. He came here to cook too.
Yeah, that's
what's
what's
up.
up.
Daddy house cook.
Father's Day, man. That's what's up.
What about your branch, Il? Who would you say, get down in the kitchen on your side, man?
It would be my dad. Just hands down. It would be my dad. I wish it was me. But Keisha get down in the bakery though, man. Keisha get down. She real creative though, so she get down too. Rania been getting down lately, but as far as like from my side, it's gonna be my dad.
Mm-hmm. That's what's up.
Like I remember being a kid watching him in the kitchen and cooking and stuff like that. Like he used to make pancakes and like make the pancake a J for Jesus and shit when we was kids. Like, how you do that? Like, he ain't had no shaper, right? He just knew how to move it. Like, he was different. Like when we was kids.
Hell
get down.
Man. That's what's up.
I've seen him cook for the masses too.
Okay. Yeah, because can't anybody can cook for themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to cook for a lot of people.
Hey, it's different when you calling hella people over to your house and you not telling, like you say, don't bring nothing. I got this. Like, just come in. I got you. I seen him do that a few times.
Nah, cause motherfuckers think it's a potluck, and everybody want to
bring some ice and some cups or something. Nah, nigga, don't.
Cool.
I can cook. I just can't cook for a whole bunch of motherfuckers. I can find some goddamn chicken though. I tell you that.
Hey, see me, I can do the basics, and then lately I've been having a woman that cook for me, so I nigga don't even be having to cook, but If I cook, I get down. I like the shit. I just ain't cook for the masses for somebody else to say it's good.
When you cooking for the masses, man, for one, you got to cook a lot of food.
Yeah.
Two, it's a lot of people that's gonna be judging your shit.
Yeah, so I ain't never had to do that.
It hit different. You know what I'm saying?
When you cooking and you cooking a lot, when you just cooking like a bulk of food and you fixing everybody else's plate, don't you feel kind of full already to where you don't even?
I don't even eat when I'm cooking a lot. I don't even be eating.
I don't
like I be snacking while I'm cooking here and there.
I ain't never been hungry after I cook. I always gotta go smoke or something and come eat it later.
I'm not even. Yeah, I'll be like I ain't even hungry.
I don't be having time to eat when I be cooking a lot of food for a lot of people. I don't even be tripping. I let everybody else eat.
Hey, I gotta be. Hey, look, cause I done cooked like 3 different proteins or something at one time, and I was in the kitchen going crazy. I can imagine nigga having to cook all that shit for multiple people. Like, god damn.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, where do I start? I'm in the kitchen like shit. Where do I start?
3 different proteins, man. Nigga weren't playing. So, hey, can you tell me about these proteins? What proteins was this?
It was I cooked shrimp. I cooked the New York steak, and I cooked lobster tails.
Wow.
You feel me? Okay. At one time, I got to posted a picture on Facebook. That shit was looking good. You feel me? The steak cooked itself. It was a thin steak, so that wasn't shit. That ain't nothing. You know, you feel me? Flip it on each side, give it a little color, and then the shrimp. I just had to make sure I didn't overcook them or whatever. But the lobster, that's I had to thaw the lobster out. You know, I pulled the meat out, but not all the way out the shell, and put it on top of the shell. Put a little butter and garlic on there. Put it in the oven at 275 for 30 minutes. Kept checking it. Then when it was looked like it was done, I put it on broil to get it with some little crispiness at the top. Shit was perfect.
Okay.
Perfect, bro.
Oh, look at it.
Man.
Look at it, man.
We're going to do the cooking channel pretty soon. We're going to do the cooking channel.
I definitely learned some shit.
And we're going to do a motherfucking throwdown. Me and my sister Maisha still supposed to be doing a meatloaf throwdown. That's still on. It's still on. I ain't forgot about her.
Hey, Maisha looked at me. Maisha remembered it too. She said, no, you did it. You like, Will. You ready for the meatloaf? I was like, gee, I ain't really excited for no meatloaf, G. Maisha was like, man, you childish, nigga.
100, like, bro.
Because like you was excited.
We're gonna finish that, man. We're gonna finish it, and we might end up finishing it. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna get to that. We're gonna finish it at a certain location. Yep, it's going down.
It's going down, yeah. Hey, man, I could cook some chicken shit. Hey.
Now I don't know about too much that D-Ray can cook. That motherfucking fry some chicken. I get at you. Like, if you can't
I was just gonna mention pork chops too. I don't think about
Nah, you probably
pork chops.
You taste my chicken, but
one thing I know about pork chops, you gotta put a little slit on the side so they won't curl up while they cooking. You feel me? I do know about that. I have cooked a little. Okay. You feel me? I know a little something. Stop playing with me.
Right. Yeah. Hey, so I think what we can do, we're gonna probably wrap this one up, and we're gonna come up with another topic, and we're gonna go live again in a few minutes.
All right, for sure.
Probably do it on the next channel, on another page.
Podcast.
But yeah, Critical Newz Podcast. We're on family time right here, you dig? And we're gonna at least once every week, we're gonna get on family time. You know what I'm saying? And because look, this Facebook page right here is basically I got like over 1,000 family members on this joint. So y'all tap in, log in, respond. You know what I'm saying? Interact with us. It's good. But yeah, we'll holler at y'all in a minute though. One love. Family time.
Stay tuned.